Hello everybody and welcome back into Green Hell. It's a lovely morning here. The time is nearly 6:30. Now I actually spent a little bit of time in game over the weekend. It's Monday for me now, so I'm going to show you what I've done. I was just going to do some frames and it kind of went from there. So anyway, I'll give you a quick rundown of what I did. Okay, so where were we at last time, I think? Anyway, so 2 dryers done with chests underneath for storage for extra food and stuff like that. Over in this corner is the storage area and storage for stones as well. All bones. This is just bits and pieces at the moment, nothing really specific. This is what I'm calling the medicine chest. Let me just put these back over here. The medicine chest with some maggots in case I get a wound that I can't tend to, some needles, a water lily and some extra bandages. And this one is these, because they don't go off, so I'm just storing them as I find them, and these are still ready to be planted. Why am I walking around with a fish in my bag? Because this chest is full of fish already, so I should probably just... I've already got an extra fish in here as well. Okay, that'll ease up some space for me anyway. So, and then I put verandas along the front, apart from this one. I couldn't put an actual veranda in this area because the, am I standing in the right one? Yeah, I can't get in this one because of this, but that's why I was standing here. These trees that are here, the cross beams for the verandas were clipping into those, so it wouldn't let me do it, but I was able to put in an actual frame so I could still have the roof there, so it doesn't look too bad. You can't really notice it too much, so that's alright. Because there's nothing to do with this area here, I decided to put in these 2 water filters, speaking of which, now I'm fine. So I finally was able to get those in, and it's been fantastic having those there. I've just got my pot there. I don't think there's anything in it, no. Right, and then outside. Right, I decided to go with... I normally do banana leaves because I do not like the mud roofs on sheds. It's way too much brown and I just think it looks boring. So I didn't put any mud sheds around these because they were so low in the ground, so I decided just to put the palm leaves on, which I think is better than the banana leaves this time around. I think it blends in more with the surroundings that are here. Except, why have I got these 3? I did spot the other one. Where was it? There it is. Why have I got these 3 plants just randomly growing here? And why have I got this random mud roof? Because the same thing happened to me here that happened on one of my other builds. I went to put the leaf roof on and it told me I couldn't place it, that I had to build a shed, which clearly there was already a shed there. So I couldn't put either of the leaf roofs. I had to put the shed roof, the mud roof in, and I hate it, it's ugly. So these are here to kind of block it off. It's actually not blocking off too well, but there we go. Once this one's fully grown, this one has already fully grown and dropped me nuts. As you saw, I just picked that one up, and this one is still growing, so that's fine. And anyway, how I was having a little bit of a nut problem. I still have been. Not all of them have been growing nuts, so it's been a little bit time consuming sometimes. Now I've got my my mud mixer down there. This chest is purely and simply for ash. And I've got, oh, this one's ready. I put another one over here just for so I can have the ash, which I'll put in back in here. Oh, that's not lined up. There we go. Yeah, because there is that much stick. There are that many sticks on the ground everywhere. I'm not even going to bother having a stand here. I'm just going to put these in as I find them. So I could say, just see a couple of bits there. So I'll go and put, but I think though that other than that roof there, I think it came out really well. The house, I'm really pleased with the look of it. And it's quite large too. Now I think I'm only going to do a 2-story build this time. All the other times I've done 3 stories. I have not really had enough stuff to warrant filling up the other floors. So this one's going to have my bedroom in it, obviously, stuff. So that's why I've decided to put the water filters here. And I'm going to put the verandas a lot on these two again. Obviously, if I cover these with verandas, I'm not going to get water in there. So, of course, these are empty still because it's the dry season. I don't want to bother filling these with dirty water. I can just wait. I've got my my little filters down there, so I'm absolutely fine for water, so I don't need to worry about filling those. Nothing new over here, except that I expect this one's done as well. I've been having these going fairly quickly because I wanted to get a big lot of ash and charcoal ready. So, because I had to take a fair bit of this charcoal that I had saved, I had to take it out when I did my the mud water filters. So, I think that one. Yep. So this got quite emptied out. I have been able to get quite a bit more iron ore, so that's been good. And what else have I done? I moved the rope stands over here because they were in the way down there finally. I couldn't decide where else to put them, but I actually quite like them here, so they'll probably end up staying. Around here, we've got storage. So I've got bamboo sticks, long sticks, bamboo logs, and regular logs, which is like the only ones that are pretty much going at the moment. Again, I did not want to clutter up the main base, and this area was perfect for it. It's kind of hidden away, and if I decide I don't need any of these, I'll just whack them down, and that'll be it. This is mainly for, I've been going into the cave over here to get the bamboo, but because, you know, I used the large bamboo logs for the verandas, and I was harvesting some of the bamboo over there as well. So that's why I'm just randomly picking up these so I can put them into the other furnace. Now, one other thing that I did, a lot of this, I know it looks like I did a lot off screen. It really wasn't, and a lot of it was just cutting down, carrying. That was it. The same with the mud. It was just cutting down and carrying the mud. So it looks like I did a lot, but it was not really exciting stuff. And this was the other one thing I did, because these have been getting really dry in the dry season. So I've been having to, which I'll have to go back and do now, I've been having to go backwards and forwards to fill these up. Oh, that one's finished. Right, now I do need to harvest these because I'm out of little ones. So I'm going to harvest these up. Yeah. I'm thinking they've actually changed the water it feels like they've changed the water mechanics somewhat, because these have been drying up a lot quicker than any I'll just plough that so that it's, these seem to be drying out a hell of a lot quicker than I ever remember my other planters doing. So I'm wondering if they've actually changed the rate at which things dry out. It really feels like it, so I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, so you're full. Put you in here. Because I've had to come back and I've had to come back over here multiple times since the dry season to water everything. And I honestly do not remember having to do that at my massive cocaine base that I originally built. But again, that was quite a while ago, so they have probably changed. They've probably changed some of it, I think, since then. Okay, now, right, so these are going to be for when I want to do, because I like the short walls. Oops, I need those. I've made a couple of extra bidons. These are what I use to come and fill and do watering, and then I just bring them back and leave them here. This is from all the, when I needed all the plank, the long sticks for those, because that was 8 long sticks each. Oh no, I'll take you, small stick, harvest you. So there is that many sticks lying around on the ground everywhere. I really don't need to bother with a stand. We're full already. Well, that was quick. I really don't need to bother with a stand for this furnace over here. So there, and then I'll just remember to fill up the water to water in those bamboo. Oh, couple short. I know there's even just a random couple of bits around here. That should be enough. Yep, and I believe it should be, yep, might as well get this one going. Oh, and one other thing I did, I made myself a fire bow. I had one random plank sitting around, and I had the wooden bow sitting there, so bugger it, I might as well. It does use less stamina, but of course it is heavier, and I'm carrying both of them around, so. Right, let's fill up the water. Are you... Oh, you're already as full as well. That's alright, that'll be fine. I didn't realise, so I already had my bidon full. Let's empty some of this off. I'll get to the right one eventually. Once this is full, I won't keep doing it. There'll be no point. So I'm gonna, anything I find here, I'll just go and pop into the other furnace. I might as well be cleaning up the area, because there are so many sticks. Okay. So let's dump that one on there. And then there'll be a little bit left. Yeah. Now, does anyone particularly, that one, I'm not bothered about, that one's fully grown. And because that's not one, if I chop that down, I need to completely replant that. Whereas these will continue to regrow. How's everybody going? 69, 68, 83. Yeah. Okay. I'll drop you on there for now. Alright. So that was it, pretty much. Yeah, just a little bit of base building. I was just going to come on and do the finish up putting the frames in. And I thought, oh, I'll just do the mud because mud is boring to watch. I'm actually just going to carry these few because I can. See if there's any other few bits around. Oh yeah, look at that, there's heaps. And then this will be enough to finish up fill up the other furnace. And I say, I know I've got wood over there, but I hate all this just sitting around. Look at it all, it's ridiculous. Okay, I think that's good. There we go. Just don't trip over that log there. Oh, it was carrying some mud on the table over the weekend, and yes, I did. I tripped over. Oh no, that one's done, isn't it? I did trip over once. All the mud went flying. Oh, that was funny. Right, so we'll drop you in front like this. It might stay there. It will probably actually still be there when this lot is finished, and then I'll just be able to pick it all up and use it. Okay, so and a couple more and we're done. Alright, let's run over and get another piece of mud. Oh, sometimes if I'm at the wrong angle, since I put that mud roof on there, I sometimes do run into it. So the only other thing I'm wondering about is whether I should put doorways in down here. It's not a living area, so I'm not really too bothered about having doorways. Oh, and that bed is not staying there on the ground, of course. I will be making a proper bed upstairs, but until I decide where to put it properly, I'm not making another one. It can just I saw some sticks. There we go. It can just sit there on the ground still. It's not bothering me or anything. Okay. Oh, one other thing I did do, which some people might be interested in. Some people might not be, so, but anyway. The dryers, as you know. This food will stay. These have 3 bits up here, have been on here for a while. If I eat them straight off the rack, they will still be fine. If I take them off to put them in my bag, they will probably spoil instantly. So, unless you know you've just finished, like these here have just finished drying, so they'll be safe to take off if you need to carry meat with you if you're going somewhere. Otherwise, the dryers are fantastic because you can just leave them there and eat straight off the dryer. Do I need anything? Yeah, I could probably do with something. Where I'm situated at the moment, extremely lucky. I am near all 3 of the main meat food source, the best 3 meat sources in the game, which is the tapir, the capybara, and the peccary. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a piece of this. Yeah, now what have I got in the way of carbs? Oh, fine. Just move this over there. Oh, I should have eaten that one. Bugger, I forgot I had one. That was cooked over there on the fireplace. Because I had some excess. And a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so I know quite a few people, there are debates about which is the best meat that gives you the best proteins, best fats, and stuff like that. So I thought I would put all these up here for you to see. So we've got the tapir, the capybara, and the peccary. So in order to see what their stats are, I need to open up the... I should just move over a little bit. I need to open up the bag. So, you know, when you open up your bag, that's when you can see what the stats are of the food. Alright, so we've got the peccary down here. Now, these stats are just for the dried meat. What are you? Do you see that that's cooked? 60 proteins, 16 fats. 52 proteins, 14 fats. More energy and more sanity. Alright, that's if you cook it on the fireplace or on a griller. That's the ultimate stats that you can get for that piece of meat. Smoked meat will be slightly less than this, but more than the dried meat. And then the dried meat gives you the least, but it lasts the longest. And if you leave it on the dryer, it lasts forever. So it depends on how you need it. I mean, honestly, the amount of fats and proteins you get off of a dried meat is usually enough to keep you going anyway. So, yeah, but at least with this one piece here, you can see the difference. So you lose 8 proteins, 2 fats. The energy is the biggest loss, actually, which is 7, and then 2 sanity. So everything, if you cook it on the fire, gives you more sanity, but sometimes any sanity is great and any energy is great. So that's completely up to you whether you decide you want to cook it, smoke it, or dry it. But the point of this one is that I have these on the dryer specifically to show you the differences between the three. So here we go. 52 proteins, 14 fats, 8 energy, 3 sanity. Now, memory serves me correctly, the energy and the sanity are the same across the board. So we're really only focusing on the proteins and the fats. So 52 proteins, 14 fats from the peccary. Capybara, 60 proteins, 17 fats. So we've got an increase of 8 proteins and 3 fats. Then we go to the tapir, 70 proteins and 21 fats. I mean, it's a 10 protein increase and a 4 fat increase. I have seen many people say that the capybara meat is the best, and you can clearly see here that it is the tapir. Also, when you are harvesting your animals, base amount of meats that you'll get 3 pieces for your peccary, you'll get 4 pieces for the capybara, and you will get 6 pieces of tapir meat. So if there was a tapir around and you chose to get a cappy, you're doing yourself a disservice. Get the tapir. You get more, and you get more from it. And once you get your animal harvesting skills up to, I believe it's 50. Once you get this up to 50, I see here increases the numbers to harvested items. Once you get this to 50, you get double the amount of meat. So you will get 6 pieces of peccary, 8 pieces of cappy, and you will get 12 pieces of tapir meat, which is insane, bringing 12 pieces of meat back in your bag. So that is a fairly comprehensive look at the meat. Now, remember, these the proteins, all of them are increased if it's cooked and if it's smoked. The dried gives you the least amount, but it lasts the longest. It's the trade-off. The same with the smoked. It lasts longer than the cooked meat, but shorter time frame than the dried meat. So, and apart from the fact, this meat will last here. And Let me take this piece off. I'm not sure how long it's been there, to be honest. Oh, it's still fine. Okay. Excellent. But you can see there at least, there's not so much difference. Oh, it's not the same meat anyway, is it? You saw the difference between the pig. No, I'd have to have a piece of cooked cappy there for you to see. But you can see the difference there at least. The dried cappy is, yeah, you know, the energy is more, but the fats are slightly more. Again, it's that side of things. How you cook it is up to you, but be aware that the tapir meat is the best quality meat in the game. No, there's no question about it. You will get the most out of it if you cook it, but the dried meat lasts longer. So there we go. I hope that has been helpful, because I know there's been debates everywhere around about it, about which one's the best. And I was lucky enough in this area to have access to all three of those animals to be able to actually show you that. I'm going to go to sleep now. It's early, I know, but it's dark. Can't really get much else done. Yeah, so I was really lucky when I found the tapir. It's only in a very, very narrow area of this. Like you can see, the cappy comes in often to the base. There's a couple of peccaries over this side. Oh, I'll need to eat again now, won't I? Let's eat this bit before it. Oh yeah, before that goes. There's a couple of peccaries often over near the cave entrance where I've been going to harvest. It's going to mine, I should say. Yeah, and there's a little down here. There's this little narrow bit down here. That you heard was the tapir. There it is. That's it down there that you can see. It just wanders around this area. There we go. There's two of them. So, yeah, you're very, very lucky. And this is a relatively small area when you think about it. But there's all three of those animals here. I haven't bothered setting up a killer trap because the animals are everywhere. You just take them down with your arrows quite easily. But I suppose if you wanted to set one up, I would think over here would be a good area. You could get that armadillo. The armadillo is easy to catch anyway. You could catch it. I've never caught an I've seen the larger, which I think is the 3-banded armadillo. I've seen them caught in a killer trap. But not these small ones. But yeah, there's a cappy that wanders through here regularly, so this might be a good area for putting. I need to just fill up my stand. This would probably be a good area for putting in a killer trap if you really, really wanted one. But honestly, there's that much in this area. So I liked this area just because it was near the water, but it's turned out, I think, to be one of the best areas I've ever set up a camp. So the only thing, is that finished already? Oh wow, that was quick. There we go. Yeah, it's turned into one of the most fantastic areas I've ever built. Ease of accessing the water and stuff like that. Oh, that was useless, wasn't it? Very surprised at how quickly that was finished. Let's just move back a bit. Let's just pick these up. The only thing that I can say this area is missing that I would have liked to have had here is one of the really big trees that supplies you with the blue mushrooms. for the blue mushrooms, but also for the Brazil nuts that they drop. That would have been excellent, but alas, there are none here, and I've gone walking quite far around, and I've not come across one, so that's been that's been the only downside, I would say. But I've been pacing myself as I've been building this time around, so I haven't really needed the blue mushrooms so much. So it's been, but oh no, the area's been fantastic. Really has. So not much going on in this episode. Just wanted to fill you in on what I had done. So the next episode, I think, we'll get into some building. That was probably stupid because I'm going to just be picking up more from this other one, aren't I? Yes. Oh well. There it is. I do it that way because sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find them to, you know, just normally pick them up. Oh, and there we go. Alright, let's just drop off what tiny bits of wood we've got. Same. It won't be long before that's up and running again. Well, let's get this one going. And that's perfect because if you leave the mud in there too long after it's been mixed, it will despawn. So, might as well get this going again. Yeah, and the mud work on the base didn't take that long because I was nice and close to the mud mixer, honestly. So, yeah, it was. Oh, I was going to drop off. Okay, so now we've got 2 full ones of those. All right. We've got a few bits of wood that we can drop off. So, and there's heaps around by the other ones still anyway. Those prawn traps have been catching prawn left, right and centre. They're probably full of spoiled ones at the moment. After I finally got the dryers. Oh, I already dropped them off, didn't I? After I got the dryers going, I don't really need them. Like, I don't need the fish anymore either. We'll cook them up just because they're there. Especially the ones I've got in the chests. But, alright, let's just get this last... get this other furnace up and running. And we'll be done. That way I can get some fresh mud into the mixer too. So much wood around here. It was such a mess with all the trees I cut down. Alright, you're full. I think you're both full. 10 and 10, yep. But you see all the trees that are growing back. I did notice though the rate of regrowth is very good. I'm not sure if it's just better over here or if it was a bit glitched back at the cocaine camp. I don't think I'm going to be able to build there, you know, when all this is done. I think that cocaine camp is just glitched out. So I think that's going to be a wasted cut down area, to be honest. I'll go on that other chest that I've got around now. What am I doing? This. The other chest I've got over there that I put my bidens in, I have been putting off fruit in there as well to use for fertiliser. So I won't throw that banana away. Alright, and one last thing, let's get some mud in here. Oh, that might help first. So much quicker using the large bidon, obviously. So that's done. Excellent. Alright, let's see if we can get a... Hey, yeah, Mr. Cutie. Get a nice view of our place. Oh, yeah, that's a really nice view. I like that. So, yep, so, and there you go. I forgot to mention. When you've got the leaf roofs on the sheds, you can still walk on them. It's only when you put a leaf roof on a frame, you can't walk on it. So I will be using these. This one here I get a bit caught on because of the chimney. This one is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to be using that as my entrance. I'm putting no ladders in. I can go down this one. It's a little bit more difficult. I just need to jump onto it if I want to. But yeah, no ladders in this base. I'm just using these, to be honest, because it's easier. So yeah, that's that. So we've got a really decent size. We've got a 3x4 here. I'm going to be putting planters here. You know, the small planters with the flowers on them, just because they look pretty. Yeah, so I've not quite decided what else is going up here other than the bedroom. But that will be the next thing to do, is start placing frames up here. So I'll be doing that next episode. I've got some logs already stashed over there. And so I'll actually work out how many logs I need and make sure I've got enough already. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh god. I can't add up. There's 12 frames. Sorry. 60 logs we need. Okay. Alright, I don't have enough because I only have a stand over there for 40. But that's alright, I'll fill those up and then just knock down a few more, so there'll be 20 other logs sitting out. So that will be the next thing to do, is to get the frames done up here and hope that they all go in and I don't have any issues, because that will suck badly. Actually, I'm not even sure. I might just put frames on these two, put veranda on this one. I might do that. And yeah, I'm not sure. And I still want to build a shower. I know I don't need to because I'm right near the water, but if I'm up here doing something and it's I get dirty, I would like to have a shower. So I'll work out where that's going to go as well. Okay then, so thank you all for joining me. I hope you look at that view. Imagine waking up to that view every day. That'd be awesome. Oh, I love it. Love this spot. Oh, the beautiful... Oh, sorry, just freaking out about the beauty of the place. It's lovely. Alright, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll catch you all again soon. Bye.